let's go dance.
Vamos a bailar, a bailar, a bailar. Vamos a bailar, a bailar, a bailar. Vamos a bailar, a bailar, a bailar.
Vamos a bailar, that's right, let's go dance. Vamos a bailar, that's right, let's go. Extraño que te va a gustar. Tonight is your night, this is your chance. Get on the dance floor y ponte a bailar. No tengas miedo, hay que gozar de este ritmo caliente que te hace mover. Agarra a tu pareja y déjame escoger a esa chulada que acaba de entrar. Get back, that's right, hazte para atrás. Ella conmigo quiere bailar. Dime si no, linda morenita.
Así es, papacito, mueve la colita. Yo quiero bailar contigo ahorita. La noche es corta, yo vine a gozar. Te miras muy bien, sácame a bailar. Vamos 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 a bailar.
Qué padre, qué bonito, qué suave la pasamos. Todos en el party, todos cotorreando. Vamos a bailar, that's right, let's go dance. Just get on the floor and take it to the mat.
Tú lo has dicho, papacito, lo acabas de decir. Sácame a bailar, yo quiero presumir. En la pista de baile, quemarme como loca. Tócame, tócame, bésame en la boca. Ya nos conocemos, te miras muy bien. Llévame contigo, súbeme a tu tren. Vamos a bailar, sácame a bailar. La noche es corta, yo quiero gozar. Así es, papacito, mueve la colita. Yo quiero bailar contigo ahorita. La noche es corta, yo quiero gozar. Eres mi chico ideal, sácame a bailar. Vamos 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 a bailar.
Tune in to Sabor Latino Show for the latest news affecting Latinos in the San Joaquin Valley, Tuesdays and Thursdays,
Spanglish shows,
Monday and Wednesday for all Spanish exclusive news with El Profe Cortés, and on Saturdays featuring bands, mariachis,
DJs,
live. Don't miss it. Find us on Simple Radio app and TuneIn app.
and all social media.
TVOSJ.org. The voice of San Joaquin. Noticias y algo más, El Profe Cortés, Mondays and Wednesdays 4 to 6 p.m. for exclusive Spanish news. Sin filtre.
For more information on the Voice of San Joaquin, go to tvosj.org.
Yo, estamos listos para crear un movimiento aquí en el
Welcome to your community radio station right here off the Miracle Mile in Stockton, California. This is Latinos Like the Spanglish, El Gallo and Betty Ramirez, and hopefully we'll have a guest today. So don't you go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Te conozco, mulata. movimiento que provoca.
Y es un movimiento que provoca.
Andas así con poquita ropa.
Come on, girl, you know I know you.
Me mira y se muerde la boca. Anda con ropa, cara, toma bebida, cara, si le ve dispara, si te tiraste sola en la esquina, se para, le duche, jala la paqueta llena bala, ella nadie le iguala, mala como Juliana, porque le da la gana, se comió la manzana, fiesta hasta la mañana, dice que es de La Habana, anda con dos cubanas, fuma la marihuana, ana, bobana, no.
Yo a ti te conozco, mulata, tu movimiento maltrata, si a todos los hombres son saca, cuando en la pista te pones saca. Yo a ti te conozco, mulata, con tu movimiento maltrata, si a todos los hombres son saca, cuando en la pista te pones saca.
Alright, here we go, mommy, ready, no, live by the motto, yeah, live and die slow, roll on 24s, living la vida low, breaking my cortisone, no, danger, in the fields of Cuba, on the beach of Aruba, all I wanted was you, but you had to go and do it, now I'm just going through it, sipping the mini rum, going diggy dumb, trapping and rapping, I thought that you was my love thing, you're killing me slow, girl, might as well go bang, let me catch my breath, mama, I did it right, where did we go left, you know my name, study my gang, that's on gang, I put that on everything, I know but you gotta go, this is the last time, hasta luego.
Yo a ti te conozco, mulata, con tu movimiento maltrata, si a todos los hombres son saca, cuando en la pista te pones saca. Yo a ti te conozco, mulata, con tu movimiento maltrata, si a todos los hombres son saca, cuando en la pista te pones saca.
Y me busqué lo que no está pa' mí,
Yo me busqué lo que no está para mí.
y me metí adentro de su cintura,
Adentro de su
y yo
cintura.
vi antes no era así,
Ahí no era así.
ahora me tiene a bote la locura.
Dice los pitos.
Y si por ahí tú la
Ay, yo.
ves, dile que no me importa que sea tan mala, que quiero tenerla otra vez. Y si por ahí tú la ves, dile que no me importa que sea tan mala, que quiero tenerla otra vez. Mala,
Mala,
malita y bien.
que mala tú eres.
Mala, si tú eres más mala que Nazaret. Mala, malita y bien.
Que mala tú eres.
Mala, si tú eres más mala que Nazaret.
Te
Mala,
conozco bien.
malita y bien.
Te conozco bien.
Mala,
¿Qué cosa?
si tú eres más mala que Nazaret.
Hey, nos botamos para el solar. Pito Reynoso. Capis. Don Paul.
Y si por ahí tú la ves, dile que no me importa que sea tan mala, que quiero tenerla otra vez. Y si por ahí tú la ves, dile que no me importa que sea tan mala, que quiero tenerla otra vez. Mala, malita y bien. Mala, si tú eres más mala que Nazaret. Mala. Tú eres más mala que Nazaret. Mala, malita y bien. Mala. Tú eres más mala que Nazaret. Mala, malita y bien. Mala. Tú eres más mala que Nazaret. Mala. Malita y bien. Si tú eres más mala que
Y yo como siempre loco, ella como siempre atrevida, cuando la veo yo me sofoco, y tengo que partirle para arriba, y no lo pare que quiero bailar con ella. Esta noche yo le voy a dejar mi huella. Y no lo pare que quiero bailar con ella. Esta noche yo le voy a dejar mi huella.
Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Let the music control and let your body rock. You know the boys stay fresher than livestock. Mixing timber on top of the hip hop. Move your body, shake your body. You heard me while I touch your body. Out here we live by one rule, violate and high pursuit is my thing.
Dije no lo pare que quiero bailar con ella. Don't stop the music. Esta noche yo le voy a dejar mi huella. Don't stop the music. Dije no lo pare que quiero bailar con ella. Don't stop the music. Esta noche yo le voy a dejar mi huella. Don't stop the music. Y a la misma escena, diferente día. Ella buena y yo loco por hacer la mía. Se mueve sensual, se viste atrevida. Y yo le quiero dar todo lo que ella me pida. Esto va hasta abajo, que esto es allá arriba. Que se vaya por carajo y que lo mueva la barriga. No es cuando tú quieras, es cuando yo diga. Nos vemos allá afuera, avísala a tu amiga. Y yo como siempre, loco. Ella como siempre, atrevida. Cuando la veo yo me sofoco. Y tengo que partirle para arriba. Y yo como siempre, loco. Ella como siempre, atrevida. Cuando la veo yo me sofoco. Y tengo que partirle para arriba. Dije no lo pares que quiero bailar con ella. Don't stop the music. Esta noche yo le voy a dejar mi huella. Don't stop the music. Dije no lo pares que quiero bailar con ella. Don't stop the music. Esta noche yo le voy a dejar mi huella. Don't stop the music. Oye, yo no me destaco, yo no soy así. Yo me fumo un taco y me pongo pa'. No bailo con gusto, bailo para darte gusto. Porque cuando tú te pegues, sacarte un susto. No es que yo me suelte, es que yo me ajusto. Yo no me hago el fuerte, es que soy robusto. Ya conmigo no compita, que va a ser por gusto. I'm ready for whatever, so get used to it. Yeah, I'm busy.
Yo.
Break it down for me, man. I like that hook you were doing the other day,
Like
man.
it, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's see how we do it, huh? Hip hop, you don't stop. Hip hop, you don't stop.
Outside.
Hip hop, you don't stop. To the hip hop, you don't stop.
Y yo como siempre loco, ella como siempre atrevida. Cuando la veo yo me sofoco y tengo que partirle para arriba. ¿No lo sabía? Y yo como siempre loco, ella como siempre atrevida. Cuando la veo yo me sofoco y tengo que partirle para arriba. Empieza en la cocina y termina en la sala. Como camina, la mami no para. Mío no compita, que va a ser por gusto. Wait, I'm ready for whatever, so get used to. Get busy. Yeah, de Cali Bay. Woo. Yeah. Y yo como siempre loco, ella como siempre atrevida. Cuando la veo yo me sofoco y tengo que partirle para arriba. Dije no lo pares que quiero bailar con ella. Don't stop the music. Esta noche yo le voy a dejar mi huella. Don't stop the music. Dije no lo pares que quiero bailar con ella. Don't stop the music. Esta noche yo le voy a dejar mi huella. Don't stop the music.
Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Let the music control and let your body rock. You know the boys stay fresher than livestock. Mixing timber on top of the hip hop. Move your body, shake your body. You heard me while I touch your body. Out here we live by one rule, violate and high pursuit is my thing.
Dije no lo pares que quiero bailar con ella. Don't stop the music. Esta noche yo le voy a dejar mi huella. Don't stop the music. Dije no lo pares que quiero bailar con ella. Don't stop the music. Esta noche yo le voy a dejar mi huella. Don't stop the music. Y a la misma escena, diferente día. Ella buena y yo loco No bailo por gusto, bailo para darte gusto. Porque cuando tú te ves, sacarte un susto. No es que yo me suelte, es que yo me ajusto. Yo no me hago el fuerte, es que soy robusto. Y conmigo no compita, que va a ser por gusto. I'm ready for whatever. So get used to. Yeah, I'm busy.
Yo.
Break it down for me, man. I like that hook you were doing the other day,
Like
man.
it, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's see how we do it, huh? Hip hop, don't stop.
Hola, hola gente, bienvenidos a su radio de la comunidad aquí en tvosj.org. Welcome, welcome. Hey, that means the voice of San Joaquin. Is that cool or what? We are no longer KXVS 92.1 FM, but we are the voice of San Joaquin. Oh, I love saying that because that's our new name. Got to get it out there. You got to spread the word. Let people know that there's a change in name. We're no longer KXVS. And so, yes, and we're going to be able to do that big time with our 5th annual Chicano Community Program. Hashtag CCPR5. Yes, it is a Chicano Community Program, and it is the 5th year. And we are excited because we are finally at the area, the destination where we wanted to be. And this has been a goal, and that is Weber's Point in Stockton, California, Central Stockton. Love saying that. And yes, it's going to be August the 11th, 2019. It is a Sunday. A Sunday. It's not a Saturday, a Sunday. So you got to write this down on your calendar. Save the date, okay? Sunday, August 11th, 2019. And we're going to have all sorts of performers that are going to be doing their thing on that day. A lot of local music, Latin Magic Band, Juan Escobedo Band, Mike Torres Band, Cesar Chavez Mariachi from Cesar Chavez High, Gambizi and those four who you are listening to right now with their fusion music, which I love. And not only that, we're going to have our founder from way back in the day. Remember the person that put together your Chicano Community Program? Well, that's Ramirez, and he put together his band with his brothers, and it's called Ramirez Brothers Band. So he's going to be with us playing for the 5th year, and bless his little heart for doing that. Another one, we're going to have the Ballet Folklorico, the Frank Zapata, who is also has been a supporter for the beginning. So this is his 5th year that he's going to bring in his Ballet Folklorico. And such beautiful dancers. Oh, I watched them grow up. Let me tell you, such beautiful dancers. The other dancers that are going to be there is Almazan, and that's the Aztec dancers that, oh, they're just so beautiful. Ismael El Mayo Sanchez is going to be singing for the first time, and he's somebody that we actually brought in on with, matter of fact, it was Gallo that invited him. Latinos Like to Spanglish? Yes, that was one of his guests. And we talked to him to see if he would be willing to come in and sing. And he said yes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open up the mic. And we're going to allow our youth from the San Joaquin area to come up and sing. If you compose, if you play an instrument, if you write poetry, if you have a great voice and you want to share one of your songs, you're going to be able to do it on that day. So remember that, okay? You have an opportunity there. Okay, Sunday, August 11th, 2019 at Weber's Point in Stockton, California. Whoop, whoop. Love saying that, love saying that. And of course, we do have a lot of sponsors that we want to acknowledge and give our thanks to. Because of course, without them, we would not be able to do this. And so big thank you to our major sponsors, which is State Farm, and that is 1036 West Robin Hood Drive. Suite 103 in Stockton, California, 95207. And their number is 209-475-9336. So definitely give them a call whenever you would like. 209-475-9336. So there you go. State Farm. The other one is PG&E, Together Building a Better Future. Now, they have been sponsoring us too for the past 2 years, and we appreciate them in a big way. So thank you so much, PG&E. The other sponsors are GRA Architect and Associates, Inc., Dement Real Estate Group at Work For You, Citywide Towing. Thank you so much, Roger. His new name is Next Generation Towing, LLC. Whoa! He's located off Market Street, 1891 East Market Street in Stockton, California. His number is 209-957-5757. Easy number to remember. 957-5757. Oh, hey, I can make a rapping song with that. The other ones is Richard. Oh, no, Richard. No, it isn't. It's Rio's Body Shop. I almost called him Richard, but his name is Rick. Rick Rios. And the other one is Stockton. Daniel Silva from Self-Awareness Recovery. And that is Schools, Not Prisons. And he's big on that. And let me tell you, I'm going to see if I can convince him to have a booth on that day, so he can also be part of us for this year, because this is the first time that he is giving. So thank you so much, Daniel Silva. Do appreciate you. The next one is Veronica Vargas from Tracy City Councilwoman. Awesome lady. Julie Dameron Brown. Thank you so much. Francis Beauty Salon off Charter Way, Stockton, California. Stockton Monument, and that is Mike Contreras. Thank you, Mike, for supporting us year after year. Doug Vigil, he also has his show right here on the radio station with Vigil Mobile Notary Service. Then we have Miguel Villapudoa, County Supervisor. Farmers Insurance with Manuel Luna for the first year. Thank you so much, Manuel. Muchísimas gracias. We also have Jesus Andrade, Stockton City Council. And then next we have Carlos Villapudoa. And so there you go. And I know that sponsors are still coming in. This is just the first list that I have. And if you want to sponsor, all you have to do is give us a call right here, 209-467-4455, or you can call 470-9585, and we will make it happen for you, okay? First of all, I wanted to also, you know what? I have a new guest, and I have an awesome DJ. He goes by DJ. Did I do it? It didn't work. There you go. His name is DJ Rocket. I had to do that. Hey, Johnny, how are you? ¿Cómo estás?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm sorry, didn't mean to pull that little joke, but I thought that was so cute because you're Rocket. And so since I have this little sound thing here, I had to try it. So, you know, I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that you came to visit, because now I'm going to draw you in for an interview. Do you mind that?
I don't mind it. It's just going to be, you know, whatever comes off the tip of my tongue.
Okay, sounds good. And, you know, if I could make it to where, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put on Facebook, because once we do that, then we can actually air our interview. But I'm going to have to do it without music, because, of course, Facebook does not allow music. And I've had the experience where they tried to ban us.
I think if you put that, there's like a little tag, like a sentence. If you put it down, they'll allow it.
Do me a favor, write down that sentence.
I'm on it right now.
That sentence is the most important in the world, because if that will allow us to continue to be able to play at least a little bit of music, man,
yes,
that would be wonders. That would be so awesome. And of course, this is La Voz. La Voz. No, today's not Saturday. Look at me. I'm all over the place, because you know what? I do have 4 shows, and those 4 shows confuse me sometimes on the days. Saturday, of course, is La Voz, and that's where we feature bands, and we feature individuals that would like to share their talent right here on their community radio station, which I think is pretty cool. So, Latino, I want to remember that. Okay, looks to me like I'm going to be able to get Facebook up and going. And then we could do our interview. Now, I know that we have been listening to Gambizi and those 4, and that's one of the groups that's going to be playing for us on our day, Sunday, August 11th, 2019, at the Chicano Community Program. We're excited to have them because their fusion music is so fresh, so new, and so addictive. I like saying that because it's true. It is so true. It's got a touch of reggaeton and hip-hop. What do you think of that music? And this is your first time listening to this.
I love that music. Everything about it, the beats. I love the words. I love everything about it, especially the local artists that we're promoting to sing it, because everybody can get with it. You can be at a place, you know, just enjoying yourself with your guests or visitors and stuff like that. And before you know it, you're going to be on a dance floor.
That's right. And that's the whole thing about that, you know, music like that
makes
you move. Makes you get up there and exercise.
That's right. Get some cardio in.
I'm big on that, because that's how I get my exercise, by dancing. And you know, that's something that I used to do all the time in the past. And I remember having a dancing partner. Her name was Cortés. Jorge Cortés. ¿Dónde estás, mi amigo? ¿Dónde estás?
He went
Te
to Delta,
extraño.
right?
Yeah,
in Sac State.
You know what? Yes, he ended up at Sac State. Yeah, you're right.
Right there
you're
from the east side, Stockton, behind the library. Yeah.
That's where he lived. Yes. So then you do know him.
Yes, we do.
Okay, when was the last time you saw him? Because I've been trying to get a hold
Oh
of him.
man, that must have been with my comadre Mary Mecha. That was her nickname. Real name is Mary Arce.
Mary Arce, that's another good friend from way back, Delta days.
Yeah, and last time I saw him, we were all out, and we went to Sacramento, and we were in Old Sacramento, and we were on one of the boats, and I think we were celebrating Mary's birthday. That must have been back in like 1990, 1991.
Wow. Okay, that was a long time ago.
It's been a while.
Long time, but that's okay. We can still connect, and that is what we usually do when we're out and about. I like attending events because, especially the lowrider one.
Oh, yeah.
When I attended that was Mark Cermenos. I'm not sure how many, but he always does these awesome lowrider shows over here at the San Joaquin County Fairgrounds.
Yes.
And they're always a hit. It draws people in the thousands. And this time I had a booth, and because we've been promoting him, he always gives me a little free booth to come out and support and promote the radio station, which I think is cool. I ran into so many people from the past, and I kept hearing my nickname, and that nickname doesn't come out that often, right? And when it does, I'm thinking, okay, this person knew me from way back then. Wow, it's a miracle that they still remember, that they approach, because a lot of times when you don't come across a friend for a while, sometimes they don't approach, and for whatever reasons it may be, but I'm one that will, because I believe in connecting and reconnecting and just keeping that friendship alive as much as you can.
That's right.
And so that's what these events do, and I love attending them because it just makes the day so positive when you come across a friend from way back then. So I wonder what it does for you when you're out there. Now, did you attend that lowrider
Yeah,
show?
as a matter of fact, I was there with a couple of friends. They're in the Viejitos Car Club.
Were you showing a car, or were you just supporting?
No, my car's at home.
You mean you don't have a lowrider bomb or some kind of a classic car to show off?
Of course, I've always had those throughout the years. I've got a 1967 Buick Riviera at home.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And,
Shoot. Do you have a picture of it?
Yeah, I think there's one there's one of me revving up the engine or something like that. But that's where I met you. That's where I saw you, and I'm like, oh yeah, I used to listen to you. And
that was back in the olden days, the KUOP days, and that was what, 70s and 80s. Oh man, I just told my age, but that's okay. I don't mind. I mean, we all get old sometime, right? The thing is, I don't want to get old, and I don't even think about it. I just say, you know what? Take the day as it comes every day and just enjoy it to the fullest and make the best of it, right?
That's right. That's what you got to do.
Okay. So give me a little bit of your background. Are you born and raised? Are you Stocktonian in this area? Just give me a little bit so that way the community gets to know who DJ Rocket is.
Okay. Well, I was born here in Stockton, and I went to the little schools that they had out here back then was Roosevelt and Fremont, Franklin, and just grew up here working through the CETA program, the manpower programs back in the day, listening to KUOP on Sundays. My dad was a barber, and he and my mom, they met in the cannery, California Canners and Growers, back in the day. But they didn't have text messages back then. So my mom said the way that he asked her out was on the belt. She worked down the line, the belt line from him. He wrote on a piece of Wrigley Spearmint gum wrapper, "Will you go out with me, Barty?"
How cute is that?
So the rest is history.
So in the belt, she's already cleaning tomatoes, and all of a sudden she comes across this note, and it's like, bing, her eyes just light up. It's like, what the heck? Did he put his name on there?
Oh, of course he did.
Or else how would she know that, right?
Oh, she knew.
Oh, that is so cool. That's so cute. My brother's the one that introduced me to that,
Okay.
Working in canneries and watching that belt come through, not desayando, but cleaning up all the tomates, especially the tomato with the black mold.
Oh,
Let me tell you, a lot of times I did not like the squishy ones.
Oh, no. Those were the ones rejects. Those were the rejects.
Yes, and sometimes me and my brother would have these tomato fights too.
Well, you either had to have the tomato fights or you had to have the bell pepper fights.
Always, always. And then when you got to the cherry, man, I had a hard time. Every time I saw a good cherry, I would have to eat it. So I would eat through that tree. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm supposed to be picking the cherry, not eating it.
Yep, I worked in warehouses too.
Oh, what memories. Daddy
Yeah.
was always out in the fields. And let me tell you, he started us up a very early age.
Yeah.
I remember 3, 4 in the morning finding myself in the field, the saijando. That is back-breaking work, and that's
Oh,
something I
yeah.
was telling you this morning.
Yep.
If Daddy hadn't done that, oh my goodness, I would not be able to do that for a good part of my life.
Right.
So that's the reason why I decided, okay, I'm going to go to school, Daddy. I'm going to get educated, right?
Yeah. That's
I'm going
right.
to get an education. And he told me, Mia, you don't have to go to school. You could just work your way up at a job. And I'm like, okay, I hear you, Dad, but I don't want to. I want to go to school.
Exactly.
And I chose to do that. And I'm glad that they did permit me, because a lot of times Mexicanos, say, you know what? Nope, you're not going to school. You're going to work.
Yep. And that's the moral of
You
the
are
story. Go
going
to
to
school.
work.
Go to school. Get your education.
Education. And so, yeah, I'm glad Daddy and Mom, well, Mom was always very supportive in that area. And because of her, I think Daddy respected her and let us, further ourselves in education. And I was the first one to graduate out of the family.
Oh, nice.
First one. So then I came back from my sister and I said, sister, get your GED right now because you're going to need it. And she did. And I'm glad she did, because, that is a must. You need it. If you don't graduate, you got to have something. You got to have at least your GED.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the first act of accomplishment. That's right.
Exactly. And with me, I had my little diploma, so I headed on out there to Cal State Hayward.
Okay.
And like I was telling you this morning, if it wasn't for Mario Hernandez, the director from KUOP back in the day,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what I'll end up doing. But I'm glad that he showed me everything about the radio.
That's right, because we could bless all of our audience right now with all of your knowledge.
Oh, well, now I can teach it. Now I can be that bridge and teach our youth to come through,
Exactly.
That way they get a taste of what it's like to be on the radio, work the radio, And that's something that I've been doing, too, with some of the youth that come through. And they come back and tell me, thank you so much for doing that for me, Betty, because now I know what I want to do. And they tell me that they're going to end up majoring in communications. And I'm just like, wow, doing a happy dance,
Very good. Very good.
Awesome. And these are young high schoolers that are getting ready to go to college. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Maybe even a career in Telemundo or Canal 19. You just never know.
Televisión, radio. Yep. And I told them too, this position will always be here for you. So if you want to take it, after you finish your school, your college, get your college degree, then come back and work it right here. And so I think that gives him a sense of security, knowing that, if things don't work out there, maybe they could come home and still be able to do something that they love right here at their hometown, the San
Exactly.
Joaquin area. So, hey, you want to give me an ID? Because it is ID time. It is ID time. So all you have to do is read the little paper. You can read the paper on the back, and it's got the call letters. It's got everything that you need to know.
Okay, this is
Okay, go
DJ
ahead.
Rocket here with the bigger name and the bigger mission, the voice of San Joaquin, tvosj.org, community inspired, member supported, and volunteer powered.
Whoop, whoop.
There you go, right there. TVOS.
And that's my sound effect. Oh, where's that little maquinita? I thought that was so cute. And that was DJ Rocket. Okay, I hope that doesn't sound like a rocket. It's too cute. But anyways, I love having you here. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. Let's continue to talk. I know that we talked a lot about all sorts of things that could happen here in the San Joaquin area. And I love the fact that you have knowledge, too, in the marketing world.
Yes, I do.
In the marketing world. So tell me, what made you pursue that?
Well, actually, I was between careers, and I had an opportunity to work for a radio station here in Stockton, California, which is also a nonprofit radio station. And I began there working 10 hours a day, and before you knew it, I was going out and visiting sponsors to sponsor the radio station. I did that for about 15 years, and then one of our DJs left, and she got married, and then another one left, and before you know it, I was emceeing events of anywhere between 7 to 10,000 people, and
Wow.
To get over that fear, I was just looking all the way past everybody's heads, and I just kind of spoke and said whatever I needed to say, and before you know it, I just wanted to be part of the community. So that's kind of what I did for the radio station here in Stockton.
And what radio station was that?
It was called it's still called KYCC Radio, your Christian companion.
Christian Companion.
Yes.
You know, I did meet some of the DJs there.
Okay.
And I do recall that. This was during the time that I was doing another different type of job.
Okay.
And you know what? It was still in the marketing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't radio.
Okay.
And I remember coming there. Matter of fact, they have the station right over here off West Lane, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Passing Hammer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the station right there, and it looks a lot like this station right here.
You think?
Yeah, the
Okay.
inside of it, the window, and I like the control board here. It just reminds me of being over there.
This is an old control board. Yeah, the
It is.
soundboard. Our GM gutted it out and redid everything, all the wiring inside. So that's the reason
Well,
why
he's
we're
got-
using it today.
He's got mad skills then.
Oh, let me tell you, he has built this radio station from the ground up.
Nice, you could tell. It's a great station.
He and other, Mr. Story as well. And so it came from Delta College as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember the little broadcasting place that they had there,
Mhm.
right there in Shima. I think it was the Shima Center at Delta College.
Yeah, well, he's the actually one that put the antenna up there, the transmitter.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that built it.
Wow.
Matter of fact, outside you'll see a picture of him putting it together.
Okay.
And it says there, "I am the voice of Stockton," which I thought was so
okay.
cool.
So he's an engineer as well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Don Mizuski. He goes by Gov.
I-
the governor. I say someday you can.
Hey,
be the
that's
governor.
right.
And he says, "Nah, no plans." I said, "That may change."
You just never know.
Exactly. And so, do you recall while you were at Delta?
Yeah, well, I recall wanting to get into radio and always wanting to be a broadcaster, etc. But I had a young family at the time, and I needed to work for the county of San Joaquin, which blessed me to have I was just talking about that the other day, to have the medical coverage, dental coverage, and etc. that I needed. But this has always been what I've loved. It's basically my passion. So I don't know how I ended up here today, but
I do.
him up there.
I invited you.
Thank you very much.
And I'm glad you came through, because Gallo did not come through today. Something must have happened to where he could not attend, but he did send me a text, and I appreciate that.
I hope he's okay.
This is the first time, because he never cancels. He never does. And so something must have come up to where he could not make it, and that's okay. He's the one. His name is Gallo. He is the one that actually does a show for Latinos Like to Spanglish.
Oh,
and he
sounds
brings in
good.
a young lady, and they have the greatest time ever. And of course, you always tell everybody, tune in for a great laugh between the hours of 4 and 6 on a radio station on Fridays. But I'm pretty sure next Friday he's going to be able to be back. And I think he's got a guest, a young lady that he's going to bring in for the first time. So I'm looking forward to meeting her. And so, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and fill in today, and that's okay. Gallo, take care of what you got to take care of. We're here for you, okay? And so I shall see you on next Friday between the hours of 4 and 6. And, of course, on their community radio, the voice of San Joaquin. And so, yes, he's a regular, and he's going to continue with us. I love his energy. I love everything about him. Not only that, oh, my goodness, does he have the followers. He could hit 1K within the hours. Like, darn, wow. Wow. And that's social media. What do you think of that?
I think it's just changed everything on how we do things.
Revolutionized everything. Huh?
Yes. It's a very great tool. Yes.
I mean, we have, we're heard on YouTube, on Facebook. We're heard on Twitter. We're heard on Instagram. And we're even heard on Snapchat.
Oh, okay.
And which of the social medias do you like best, and why?
Well, the social media that I like best is probably Facebook. I know it's, kind of everybody's on it, but because my mother is on it, and she's 81 years old.
Oh, Hello.
And she probably knows more about Facebook than I do.
Hola, hola, hermosa. Aw.
Her name's Barty.
Hi, Barty. How are you? Un abrazo fuerte. Someday we'll have to bring her over here because I want to hear her story.
Oh, she would love it.
I want to hear her story.
She could tell you stories, I mean, about growing up in the cotton
I
fields.
bet you she's got some history on her.
Exactly. And fire.
I want it. Un poquito de lumbre, that's okay.
Oh, sí.
That's okay.
Eso sí.
A little picante, yeah, that's fine.
That's her.
I like that. Okay, so just let her know that I'm going to be expecting her, and I will give you the dates, and then she can choose what day she wants to come in, and either be Tuesday or Thursday between the hours of 4 and 6.
Okay.
And we'll do it.
I'll let her know.
Yeah, I'm big on that, and I'm big on helping out individuals that want to know information about the undocumented, want to know information about the students, the dreamers that are attending Delta College, you know. There is programs out there that are helping with their education, and I think that is so cool because, you know what? This is their home. This is all they know, and they are our future leaders. And I'm a big supporter. I am. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I'm not. I support them all the way. So whenever they need a voice, they have it right here at their community radio station on Sabor Latino or La Voz. They will always have it here at the radio station.
That's
The
good
voice
to
of San
know.
Joaquin.
That's
Yes.
good to know because there's so many positive things happening in Stockton, California, right here where we're broadcasting from. And, you know, TVOS is a great way to invest your money. If you want to be part of TVOS, it starts out as little as $20 a month if you'd like. And, I mean, just to have this type of a tool to listen to.
For the address, it's right there.
Yeah, it's KXVS 92.1 FM, The Voice of Stockton, KXVS, thevoiceofstockton.org.
And the address is right there.
It's 231 Bedford Road, Stockton, California, right off the Miracle Mile, across from, what's the name of this?
The restaurant is Werlo's.
Werlo's.
And you know what? A lot of people go to Werlo's to play. They jam
I was just gonna
because
say
they're
that, yeah.
always having musicians come in. And you know what? Sometimes you have some of the most awesome musicians. You don't even know how popular they are until you find out their name.
Exactly,
You know?
yeah.
They come in quietly with their instrument and they just kind of join in and start jamming.
Yeah, a lot
And
of
then all
local
of a sudden,
talent.
you are just drawn into them because they're so talented. You're trying to figure out, okay, what is this musician's name? What band is he from? Because he's so darn good.
Yeah.
So that's something that happens there all the time, and I love it. When I get hungry and I want to go get a bite to eat, I'll do that, and I'll sit down, and all of a sudden they'll start playing, and all of a sudden you'll start watching different musicians trickling in, and the music gets louder and louder, and it gets fuller with instruments. And then all of a sudden I'm up dancing away, you know.
Oh,
I'm
there
like,
it
okay,
goes. There it goes.
Okay, this is just too good. We got to start the party. So, and I'm one to get up and dance only because if you don't do that, everybody will just hold up the wall.
Exactly.
And I'm like, no,
yeah.
okay, we're here for a reason. We're here to dance and have a good time. So I'm always the one to start it off. And I don't mind doing that. I'll get up there and dance by myself if I have to. And people know that and they watch me. And as soon as they see me, they start to join up.
It's encouraging. It's encouraging.
Yeah, because they see me having such a good time. I'm like, what the heck? Come on, people. Or I'll grab them and I'll pull them in. And, you know, that's all they need is that little push.
Right.
A little push of encouragement and let you know that it is okay. If you're here by yourself, it is okay to dance by yourself. You're not dancing by yourself anymore. You're dancing with me. And I'm dancing with everybody else that is willing and able to get up and move. You know, a mover el bote, como dice uno, you know?
Or do the washing machine.
Do the washing machine. Oh, that's too cute. Too cute. One of my favorite movies, Selena.
Selena. Oh, yeah.
They ended her life too early. Oh, that
Yes.
just hurts my heart when I think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Qué talento esa mujer, qué talento. You know, I talked to her brother. Is it BJ?
Yeah.
And I talked to him on Facebook. And I was just letting him know how much I adored her music and let him know that I'm keeping her alive right here because I play
Exactly.
her music too, you know.
And that's the best thing we can do
Yep.
is keep her alive, her
He's-
spirit alive.
You know what he's doing over there? He's converting more CDs using her music from the past and converting it into, or I guess kind of like fusing it
Yeah.
into new music.
Yeah. And they can
Using
take the
her
same
voice?
background. Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Yes.
So he refreshes her music with what's the latest sound, and it sounds brand spanking new, and it just sounds like it's a new rola.
For the new generation.
And that is unbelievable, and I love the fact that her brother is doing that because he wants to keep her name alive, her music alive, and he's doing a really good job about it.
Yeah, bless his soul.
Yes, and not only that, but he's actually doing his own music as well.
Oh, okay.
He's got a good band.
We got to get him to come over here when he's over here in Northern California.
I'm gonna have to convince him. Whoa, maybe next year, because I got Malo.
Oh, nice.
I got Malo. That's who's playing behind us right here. So they agreed that they're gonna come out and play for us for next year, and I'm excited because I got their word.
Okay.
And I truly believe that they are going to come through. And hopefully, if all goes great this year, we're going to have it again at the Weber Point, downtown Stockton, central Stockton. We used to have it at Oak Grove Regional Park. I mean, the park was fine, but it's kind of out of the way.
Okay.
And now that we're centralized, I kid you not, DJ Rocket, people love that because it's easier for them to get to it.
Oh yeah, and then they have so much there to offer. I mean, they got, if you want coffee down the way, and plus we're gonna have vendors.
Ooh, cafecito terra. Yeah.
You know what? I was up in Los Angeles with our daughter and visiting, and we came across this restaurant that served horchata coffee.
Horchata coffee. I've never heard of that.
Oh, man.
So that's rice coffee. For those of you that don't know what horchata is, it's a
Yes.
rice drink, and it's a really healthy, refreshing, thirst-quenching drink.
And to make it more healthy, they had horchata ice cream in the cold horchata coffee with get this, what do you call those? A churro right in there inside the cup.
Un churro.
Oh, man.
Oh, that sounds so good. But that also sounds very fattening. And you know what? That's what I need. I need some pounds on this body of mine. Híjole. I burn energy so much just from thinking. I burn too many calories that way, and I got to stop that because I got to gain some weight. I got to keep my weight up, and that's important to me. I lost too much weight, and so I'm working on that. So maybe I ought to try that coffee. And with that ice cream.
Well, that would be great because
maybe put some more whipped cream on the top.
Yeah, more horchata ice cream. But that would be great. I mean, I think all of our listeners, if you can come out to the 5th annual CCPR5, which is the Chicano Community Radio Program.
That's right.
And radio reunion and car show and motorcycle show.
That's a first.
Wow. And
that is a first.
What am I seeing here? Salsa and guacamole?
Now,
contest?
Let me tell you about the salsa contest.
Wow.
For the past 3 years. 3 years. Okay, ladies, are you listening? 3 años. Men have been winning and taking first place. ¿Qué pasa, mujeres? ¿Qué pasa?
FCC.
Come on. I know the men are getting in that kitchen and creating, and I love that because they're not afraid to get in there in the kitchen and try something new. And not only that, but they're helping the wifey, and that's beautiful.
Yes.
Qué corazón, qué corazón. So I love the fact that men have been winning the salsa contest for 3 years. And so ladies, step it up. Let's see what you can do this year. And if you don't want to try the salsa and just leave it for the men, that's fine. You can actually do the guacamole contest.
Okay, I see how it's going.
Guacamole, there's 2. So
Salsa
last year,
and guacamole.
Yeah, last year we introduced the guacamole, and we figure, well, let's see how it goes. People love guacamole. You do know that. Every time we go to a Mexican restaurant, that's our first thing they give us.
Yep.
Salsa and chips and some guacamole if you want some, and
Yes.
delish. My mouth is watering. Okay, where's the guacamole?
Somebody please bring guacamole.
Por favor.
Please. We're
and
saying
some
please.
salsa and chips. So we could crunch them right here on air.
Yes, please.
But yes, that's something that we're looking forward to every year.
And that's Sunday.
It's fun.
Sunday, August 11th, right?
It is a Sunday, August 11th,
Nice.
yes, 2019.
And what time does it start?
Save the date. It starts early in the morning now. We did have 11, but no, we made it earlier. So it's going to be 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Doors will open at 10. So the car clubs are going to come in and they're going to roll in around 8, 9 o'clock.
Nice.
They're going to set up all in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And in the center, where the circle is at, where the water shoots out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I hear it's not working right. So we're going to go ahead and fill it up with bikes. So kids, get your little lowrider bike and get it in there, okay?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and invite the cruisers.
Okay.
The San Joaquin Cruisers.
Yes.
Matter of fact, he's coming in, I want to say the 11th.
Okay.
For an interview, and he's going to cover all that. So hopefully we're going to have a ton of little bikes in there. But the motorcycle part of it, we're talking hogs. And this is the first time that we're going to have that.
Nice.
This is the first entry. So I urge everybody that has a beautiful hog to please call me, and I will send you the application or the registration form. All you have to do is give me a call at 209-470-9585, or you could also, you know what? You can call here at the station and leave your information, your name, number, and also your email. And I'll make sure I get it out to you, okay? And that would be the number to the studio. That would be 209-467-4455. Very simple. That's all you have to do. Or if you want to come on by, just like DJ Rocket came by, you can also pay us a visit, and I'll give you a little tour of the radio station. It's not big, but it's cute. It's cute, right? What did you think when you walked in?
It's impressive. I like
First
it.
impression was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's, you know what? It's comfortable. I liked it right away.
What did you think of the curtains?
The curtains, very, very. You know what? You used your mind with that.
I said to the GM, you know what, GM, we could do another little studio right here. All we need is curtains.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, poof, it was there.
Innovative.
It's like, oh, he's good.
Well, he's
He
an
is
engineer.
good.
He's an engineer, so he engineered a nice curtains.
He did a good job.
Yes, he did.
And he says, those are special made, Betty. I said, you're kidding me. He says, nope.
Yeah, it looks like he used the
For
same
TV. I'm like, oh, impressive.
the same paint. Yeah, yeah.
Nice. I like that. So now we have an area that we can sit at least 9 people, a nice little panel right there, and have an interview. It's been used already. I don't know how many times. Dustin is one that uses it constant.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so I'm glad to see that happen, because now it's not only the little studio that gets a little too warm sometimes, you know, it's because all the monitors and the lights.
Yeah.
But we now have another little studio where we actually have bands come in and are featured for the first time as well.
So there's plenty of room for all the local talent, is what you're saying.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
Nice.
And especially when they want to do a debut for the first time and sing and introduce some of their music, brand spanking new music. Yeah. So now they have a place to be able to do that live right here on the radio. Their
Awesome.
community radio.
I can hardly wait.
Yes, yes. So let's finish telling. Go ahead and tell me a little bit more, okay? So we stopped at you were a marketer for so many years.
Yes, for KYCC Radio for about 15 years approximately.
Okay, and that was Christian music, and I
Yeah.
was telling you I'd been there. I met some of the DJs, and
Yeah,
I thought
Sherry,
it was very nice
DJ
to do that.
Sherry
Yes,
and
I
DJ
met her
Kim.
too. Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful people.
Oh, yeah. Very great.
And they're still going strong, aren't they?
Oh, they're still going strong. And you know what? I mean, when I tell them that I seen you again, you know, they're just going to say, oh, yeah, how's she doing? You know? Yeah, they're great people as well.
She's still on the radio?
Yeah. So are we.
But that's cute. I'm good. I'm glad. I would love to have them over. Matter of fact, a long time ago, I did extend that invitation. But it never happened. He told me he would be here, but it didn't happen. And I thought, well, maybe he thought it was too late, because it was, I think the meeting was around 6 or 7 o'clock.
Oh,
and that was
okay.
around the time that we were going to have a general meeting, but I wanted everybody to get to know him and
Was
meet
this
him.
recently?
No, this was about a year, I want to say about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago.
Well, let's see what kind of strings I could pull. I
Okay.
mean, I don't
that'd
know
be
a whole lot
super.
of people, but let's see what I could do.
That would be super. Yeah, tell me that invitation is still there. I'm still waiting. See my little thumbs? So, yeah, if that is to happen, that would be great. Wonderful.
We'll see what we could do.
So from there, where did you go now?
Then after that, what I did is I got into HVAC, working on people's heating and air conditioning, and then
That's quite the job.
I liked it because I learn fast, and I'm mechanically inclined, and I'm a people person. So I enjoyed going into people's homes, and you know, if their heater wasn't working, I could get it working. If their air conditioning wasn't working, I would get that working. And then
I bet they loved you, especially in the summertime.
I loved it. The only thing I didn't care for was crawling into the 140-degree attics.
Wow!
And,
talk about an horno.
Yeah, so
man,
basically,
that's an oven and a half.
You just have to be like mind over matter and take a lot of cold water with you and get the job done.
Wow.
And then after that, I went to the Tesla Motors, which is where I'm currently at.
Tesla, I've been thinking about them because I'm thinking, I should apply for a job there. And I thought, you know what, I don't like the distance.
Exactly. It's far. It's far.
Just from here to there on Highway 5, it would probably take 3 hours. No.
Yeah. Well, with that new train that you were saying that Veronica Vargas
different.
was talking about,
yes.
So that, and I'm sure you'll be telling our listeners about that soon.
Oh, definitely, because that's something that has been happening. And I have been telling everybody. And even on my Facebook, they'll find, I don't know how many posts about it, so that way they can support her all the way. She's a doer. She's a shaker. She's one that, once she's committed to something, she will see it through from beginning to end.
I believe it.
And a very devoted Latina. She's from Argentina. Beautiful, beautiful lady. Mm-hmm. And I just love her energy. I love her. Well, on our event, on the Chicano Community Program, 5th year, she's going to be our speaker.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm just like, yes. That's wonderful. She agreed to be our speaker, and she's going to be speaking around 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So, we're going to hear the latest on what's taking place with the train that's going to come out all the way out here to San Joaquin and maybe even head on out to Sacramento as well.
Oh, nice. That would complete
Eventually.
Everything right there.
And Modesto.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so, she's going to be our special speaker for that day.
Oh, can't wait.
Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
Yeah, I agree. So, okay. So from there, now where are you going to take me?
So from there, let's see. Let's go to, are we talking about me still? Or are we
yes,
talking
we're
about,
talking about
okay.
you.
So I had a knee injury. And so right now I'm currently off of work right now.
What happened? Did you have an accident?
Well, yeah, I had an accident. And but so now what I'm doing is I'm just recovering and stuff like that. So, that's where I'm at right now, and which is why I'm here right now. And normally I'd be sleeping because I worked graveyard shift.
Oh, how do you do it? Now, that's something I got to give it to you because I remember I did that at one time, and it would take me 2 to 3 days to finally feel normal. How the heck do you do it?
Well, when you finally get a day off, then you can't sleep.
And then it's the light,
Yeah, everything's backwards. You basically turn into a vampiro.
It's a vampire.
Yeah, that's a vampire. So, but yeah, I mean, so that, like I said, I'd normally be sleeping right now still before I got ready to go to work. So, which is why I'm able to be here with you folks today.
Oh, bless your little heart. Well, I'm glad that you changed your mind because when I received your message that you weren't going to be able to make it, I'm thinking, how sad. I'm thinking, shoot, I was looking forward to our meeting. So what made you change your mind?
Well, what made me change my mind today is that I had a little bit of time, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to stop by because, of course, I love radio, and I wanted to see all of the equipment, and I wanted to see the studio and everything. I wanted to make the reconnection with you in regards to helping you with to promote the 5th annual Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion and Car Show.
People? Can you believe that? He actually stepped up and called me and said, this is what I can do. And let me volunteer my time. And I'm like, oh my goodness, the Lord sent me an angel. And I called him an angel. I said, you know what? An angel in disguise, because this is around the time that I really do need help, because it's to the point where I'm so overwhelmed with so much. I don't mind doing this. This is a passion of mine, but it's a lot now because the event has grown. It is no longer a small event.
Right. Well,
it is a very large event.
We're going to need volunteers, right?
Exactly. And we're reaching out and we're asking individuals to please let us know if you'd like to volunteer an hour or two of your time. That'd be wonderful. Now, I do have a group that always comes through, Mechistas. And that is from Franklin. Our school, of course, we're alumni from Franklin High.
Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets all the way. Boop, boop.
Yellow Jacket Corner.
Yep. Oh, that was my favorite.
Yes.
My favorite. I love their burgers. I remember that. And it's still open, isn't it? Is that guy still in business?
It's still open. She's just I'll send you the link. She just decided to retire, but she sold it to, I think, someone in her family, so they're still going to operate it.
Okay, so it's not closed down.
It's not, and they had the best cheeseburgers. Remember those burgers?
Best cheeseburgers
Oh
are
God.
my favorite.
And the burritos. Oh, yeah.
Oh, heaven. And that's good to hear because then it continues. And, you know, they operated out of their home.
Yes.
That
yes,
was
they
a
did.
residential home. That was
Yes.
not a business home. I
Right.
mean, not in an industrial area. So I don't know how the heck they got the permit to be able to do
I
that.
don't know.
Somebody from Franklin pulled some strings.
Yes.
But that's good because now the kids were able to have something warm, you know.
Yes. And
right
delicious.
there.
I mean,
And
it was delicious to us.
Yeah, it was because after a while you acquire taste. But you know
Yes.
what? It was always really tasty. I remember that.
Yes.
I didn't mind buying my burger from there instead of walking I don't know how far to get something to eat.
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
people would do that, and I remember during that time it was kind of dangerous too.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Johnny,
was.
because
we
people
had our
were
challenges.
getting jumped. There was a lot of barrio warfare going
Yeah.
on there, and I'm just like, okay.
Oh, I'm not even going to talk about that on the air.
I'll talk about it because I was right in the middle of it. And
Yeah,
I kid you
so
not,
was
Franklin,
I.
I was a peacemaker. I'm like, come on, groups, shake your hands. You shake hands and walk away. And you know what? A lot of times it worked.
Yeah.
They would listen to me. These gangs would listen to me. And I'm thinking, it's all about unity. It's all about being together and forgiving and just letting it go. What's most important is getting your education and spending quality time with your loved ones, your family, and building good friendships because they're out there.
Yes.
And so just because somebody says, oh, you don't belong in this neighborhood. No, wait a minute. I'm just passing through.
Yeah.
No,
kind of
that's
like
not
now.
right. That's not right. We got to put that aside, people. We
Mm-hmm.
do. We got to put that aside because we need to continue to support each other to grow. If we support each other, we support your kids. And
Exactly.
your kids, then support their own kids. And it just trickles down. You got to plant that little seed at an early age. You got to set a good example for our children. And if we can't do that, then who's going to do it for our kids, right?
Right.
So we got to do it. And it is important. It's imperative. And that's why I'm doing whatever I can to build some of these programs for the community to use. And that means, with all the resources, all the nonprofit organizations that are out there to help out families in need in any areas, we have that.
Exactly.
We have that. You can make a difference by if something that is worked in your life, you could come in and share it. When you come in and share it, you share it with all the listeners that are out there. And nowadays we have like 200,000 listeners a month. Do you hear me? A month.
200K.
A month. And so can you imagine all the people that you can touch?
Wow.
And so it's important that you use your radio station in the most positive way because we're here for that. We're here for you. We're here to help you build your business, build you, build your product. Hey, build your event.
That's 200,000 stories right there.
Wow, and that's
Blessings.
unbelievable.
Yep.
The numbers are just crazy. And what used to take weeks to hit 2K, I was telling DJ Rocket that now it's taking hours.
Nice.
I kid you not. Hours. It's just crazy. And I'm thinking, okay, so the people are speaking up because when the numbers climb like that, it's because we're doing something good for them.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for this program. And, we certainly want to thank, all the staff here, Dustin
There's
and
a
everybody.
variety of programs like you
Yeah,
would not
I'm
believe
looking at it right now.
around the clock. You got to check out our board over here because it's got some new programs too. And so that's where you come in. And, I actually told him that if he was in the radio world at one time, if he'd consider having his own show.
Oh, I'd love to have my own show.
And,
if.
And so we talked about the olden days when KOP was live and running. Mario Hernandez, Ponce Reese, Robert Navarro, Joker, and even Zapata, Richard Zapata, who was Cho.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, was.
One of the comedians.
Was, yeah.
And so that's why every year we do a tribute at our event, at our 5th annual Chicano Community Program. It's going to be done again in remembrance of our loved ones. And everyone is welcome to bring a picture and combine it, bring it and share it. because we're going to have a little wall there where we're going to have pictures of our loved
That's
ones.
great. That's a memorial wall.
It is, and it's important that I do that every year because I have to give thanks and acknowledge them and let them know how much they touched my life and how,
Right.
If they hadn't done that, they were my mentors.
Yes.
I don't know what I'd be today, and I am glad that I had them. I want to do the same for others, and so far I have been with some of the youth, which I love. And I love to hear the fact that they loved radio and they love the communication field and that they're going to major in it when they go to college. And
Nice.
that touches my heart.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, okay, good. Use me. Like I say, I'm the bridge. I'm the bridge. I'm here. I'm not going to be here forever, but you can have this radio station and come in and run it and continue with the programming, continue it with everything that goes on with this station for the people.
Nice. It's
Yeah.
it's nice to have that liberty, and we certainly thank the general manager here of the station and Negra here, and we appreciate
And the whole staff. They're
everybody.
all awesome
Dustin,
people. They all have some
Gallo.
awesome,
Yeah.
programs.
Mhm.
And so I tell everybody, because we have the variety, check out the other programs throughout the day. I'm always in the evening, from 3 on down. I'm here till 4 to 6 are my shows. And then on Saturday, I have an extra hour, and that's 4 to 7. And that extra hour is good for DJs that want to come in to be featured, just like
Sure.
you. And you can come in on Saturday, do your own show. And I know you like oldies but goodies.
Oh,
and
I
that's
love
something
oldies.
that I will continue because that was our format back in the day.
Yes.
And so,
That's
yeah.
where it all started.
Yeah, so tell me about some of your oldies that you like and why.
Well, I like a particular one
favorites.
called "Rock and Roll Gangster" by Alan.
Oh, one of my favorites.
And then,
yes.
there's another one. Let me see. Pete Wingfield. It's spelled Wingfield. Pete Wingfield. He came out with 18 with the Bullet, which was actually talking about the radio charts.
Oh, okay.
And if you can Google it and find out in Wikipedia the real meaning. Of course, when we were young, we thought, well, yeah, we're hitting 18, and this and that, and we're cruising down Charlotte Way, or we're going by Stribley Park or Oak Park or whatever, Dad's Point, or Lewis Park, same thing. And it was just really cool to have that unity, to be able to cruise to KUOP back then and listen to all of the DJs, including yourself.
Does this one bring back memories?
Let's see.
Joe Baton.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ordinary guy. I could sing this forever.
Yeah. You got to have your Joe Baton. Yep.
Yep. And he's one that I met. He actually came over here to Stockton last year. And he was, I think he was with Mark Sedmeno. It was one of the lowrider
Okay.
shows. And he did a little concert here in Stockton. And what he shared was amazing because he always said, that he always feels at home when he comes to Stockton.
Sure.
Always feels at home because he feels the love of Stockton.
Exactly.
Because everyone receives him with open arms and they love him. They love his music. I've been one to support his music forever. So that's another individual that I'm trying to bring, and eventually, hopefully it will happen. He told me that I'll be the first to have his new CD.
Oh, nice.
And he's putting together his bio, his own book of his life.
That's a privilege. Oh, we
Isn't that
got to
cool?
put a shout out about that book too.
Yes,
Yeah, when
definitely.
we find out.
I got to check him out. And he last time he did a interview with me over the phone, and so he filled me in on the latest on what's taking place with his book, and it's going to be out pretty soon. And I'm thinking, okay, when it does, make sure you let me know so that way I can have you as a guest again and we can talk about your book.
Nice.
And this is Joe Baton. He's so cool. So cool.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Brings back memories. Let me tell you. And he's one to play a little bit of everything, even música en español.
Yes, we need that. Because we can't lose our language.
Exactly. And that's what this event is going to do too, because it's packed with cultura. It's packed with a lot of traditional games and activities that have to do with the language.
Can we start? I would like to know if we could start somehow, and I know we can. I'm loving the artwork that you have on here of the Indio serenading his woman, and from what I understand, isn't it a painting? And if so, who painted it?
This is a painting that I picked up a while back.
Uh-huh.
And do you remember you talked about the calendars from Mexico?
Yes, yes.
This is one of their pictures, and I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it is, because when I saw it, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, it couldn't have come from anywhere else, right?
Right.
I've been looking up, and I finally found some names. I still have not found that original painting. I found some that are similar, but I have not been able to find the right artist. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to repaint it. I'm going to produce
So
my own.
you're an artist as well.
I'm an artist.
Okay.
Yes. I
All
do
right.
the what you call the toll painting, which is a Norwegian style of painting combined with my Latino roots.
Oh.
And when I learned that particular way of painting, it was because I remember reading a flyer, and it said they needed a teacher to teach others to paint toll paint. And I thought, toll paint, T-O-L-E,
Toll
what
paint.
the heck does that mean? And I thought, you know what, it's painting, so it has to be something that I can do, right? And so I looked it up, and I found out it is a Norwegian style of painting, and it's strokes, a variety, just simple strokes.
Okay.
It's 3 strokes. Out of those 3 strokes, you can make the most beautiful
Really?
paintings ever.
See, I never knew about that.
Yeah, and so that's what I do. I actually teach my 3 strokes right here at the radio station.
Wow. What
And I've
what don't
taught
you do here at the radio station? Eat.
Loteria is what I'm going to start next, and that's going to be at the Heritage Center.
Nice.
Mexican Heritage Center, 111 South Sutter Street, and that's going to take place July the 11th.
Oh,
and we're
that's
going to
right.
bring it back como los mexicanos deberían. It's going to be in español. It's going to be Spanglish, inglés y español.
Todo español.
Y también, si se quiere, todo en español también. And I want to teach a loteria the Spanish style,
Uh-huh.
the way they play loteria in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
And for those of you that are interested out there, please write that down on your calendar. July the 11th, it is a Thursday, at the Mexican Heritage Center and Gallery. That's where the loteria is going to take place. But there's going to be a little twist to it.
Okay.
And that twist is going to be the prizes that people win
Uh-huh.
are going to be prizes that they're going to be able to take from somebody else and switch, just like the white elephant.
Oh. I was just gonna say, yeah. That's gonna be competitive then.
And so there's gonna be all sorts of funny type of gifts. I'm not gonna say too much, but there is some oil changes. There's some dinners. There's some bottles of wine, vinito, and just different. And I'm not gonna mention the other ones because some of them are just so hilarious, so funny. So, what is most important here is to make people laugh.
Okay.
Why? Because the laughter heals our soul.
Exactly.
You could come in feeling, not too great and all, right? But
That's right.
when you come across somebody that's going to make you laugh, then all of a sudden your mood changes, your attitude changes, and all of a sudden you're feeling good and you're happy and you're laughing, and all of a sudden you forget about what happened.
You forget.
Even if it is for a little while, you forget and you're able to touch back into your happy moments. And, I truly believe in that. The more you laugh, the more happier you get.
Yeah.
And then things aren't as heavy,
Right. Right.
And so I'm big on that, and I want to continue to do this. I know because I've been through, I'm not even going to say the word, but.
Yeah, please don't. FCC.
Exactly. Yes, I've been through
Bleep,
a
bleep.
lot in my life, and even today still.
Uh-oh.
But still, that's okay because it could change in an instant.
Right.
And that's if you allow it.
And those things make us stronger.
You got to be strong inside. Exactly. And this is what this event is supposed to do. It's supposed to soften whatever's happening in your life at that time and gives you a moment of happiness to be able to crack up and have fun and just, enjoy life.
I love laughing. I love
Who doesn't? When you this morning when you and I were laughing, I could not believe. After I got off, I was still rolling. I was still rolling with laughter, and I thought this is so good.
I got
it's so
plenty
healing.
others. I got plenty other stories.
And that's the part that I love. One of your stories was so hilarious. I want you to share it with the community if you want to share it, because I told them I want to turn it into a movie. Well, something similar to a movie, maybe an act that will be something in the future that you can look forward to. And I shared with him something that,
Okay.
that hopefully will happen. Still in the makings.
Right. I'm not going to mention it.
But his story is so good that I want you to share it, if you want to.
Okay. Well.
Okay. So start from the time when, the reason why your mom did what she did.
So what happened was back in the day when I was going to school, and this is a long time ago. But anyway, you know how you go to kindergarten and then you make back then you used to make the silhouette of your big old head. Well, of course, I had a big head, and everybody had that little thing. You grew up and mom she just never threw it away. Well, I enjoyed kindergarten because I'm a social person. I like to talk to people. I like to learn about people and, so forth. So I used to have a great time in kindergarten. I went to school with a lot of homeboys of mine, the Smiths, a couple black dudes that I grew up with, and then just a lot of other friends that lived out there on the east side of Stockton, which is where I grew up. But anyway, it was like, my first experience in school. And best thing that I liked about it was not the naps, but was playing outside in the playground. And so I had no problem because Grandma was always waiting for me on the bench, and that was kind of my break. Okay, as long as Grandma's there, I could do kindergarten, right? Well, Grandma got a part-time job at they call it Yolanda's Bakery, or it was the Mexican panaderia there in Stockton, and so she got a part-time job, so she was no longer going to be there to when I came out to the recess yard and play on the monkey bars or whatever with all the other kids. She wasn't going to be there because she used to bring me like a little snack. She'd bring me a little milkshake, a little thermos, and anyway,
you were spoiled there.
Yeah, I was spoiled. I was the only grandkid back then. And then, so my mom was now in charge of dropping me off. So I was just like, that last thing she had to do before she rushed to the cannery. We took him to barber school right there on Market Street, and she rushed me to school. And she says, "Get off, Johnny." And I'm like, "Okay, well, where are you going to park at, Mom?" And she's like, "Well, no, you're just going to go to class." And I'm like, "What?"
It's like, wait a minute.
I had this look on my face like, "Oh, heck to the no." And then anyway, so she looked at me. She goes, "Oh, well, let me give you because she was wondering why I was standing there. She's like, "Well, let me give you your lunch money." And so she's like, "Close the door now." And those doors back then were heavy, To me, they were like 100 pounds each,
You're just a little guy, too.
Yeah, I'm a little vato, I'm a little low, a little cholo. And so I'm out there trying to push that door, right? And then I'm like, well, hopefully she's gonna pull around. And then she's like, I gotta go to the cannery. And I'm like, oh, heck no. So she drove off, and I threw my quarters of lunch money for the rest of the week. And she's seen them. So she immediately stopped, and I saw the brake lights and then the whole rear end.
Oh, it's like, oh, shoot.
I think they needed shocks in that poor car because the whole rear end just went all the way up in the sky. And I'm like, oh, shoot. I go, I'm in trouble. And then so she backs up immediately. She puts it in reverse. So, me loving cars since I was a kid, I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble. And she goes, you listen here, young man, right this instant, pick up those quarters and get yourself inside the school. So I was crying, right? Not because I was scared, but because I was mad. And then I just heard, like a group of kids, or these little girls on the monkey bars were like, "Johnny's a crybaby, Johnny's." I'm like, "Shut up."
You're all hurt.
Yeah, but then a couple of little girls, they took me in, and they're like, "Well, we'll walk with you around the schoolyard, Johnny. Is that okay?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Much too cute. And then I told him, I bet one of them was probably your girlfriend, wasn't it?
I cannot remember.
Too cute, too sweet.
But anyway, after that, she just dumped my my little butt off, and I got over it. So anyway, That's one of my funny stories.
And that is a funny story because you had me rolling with laughter. I can imagine it. And I can imagine her. And I thought, you know what? This is something that we need to play. Make it into a play. Why not? And I thought, you know what? This is hilarious. And this is what life is about.
Yeah.
The real moments with true laughter.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not going to be always peaches and cream neither, because, I thought kindergarten was peaches and cream.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, but that was cute. Thank you so much for sharing
You're
that.
very welcome.
Aw.
I try to be transparent.
And you are. Thank you. Thank you. So, okay. So from marketing, from radio, we went to marketing. And now for marketing, exactly where did you end up? I'm just curious.
Yeah. Well, I ended up at Tesla Motors.
Okay. And you were there for how many years?
2 years, and learned some really interesting facts.
What are the facts that you learned? What did you learn from that? Because I find that just the name alone, Tesla.
Uh-huh.
You do know about Tesla, right?
Right. Yeah.
He's one that it has had a lot to do with light.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But the name alone, I mean, that to me is amazing, because I learned about his life story. He's got an amazing life. But I wondered why they called the business Tesla. Does it have something to do with him, or is it just a brand name for a vehicle?
No, it has something to do with him and his pioneering.
That's good to know.
And I'm sure at any time, you can find it on the internet, which is what I did right away. But it's all about innovation. It's all about, like, for instance, the cars that they're making. They're the most aerodynamic cars on the planet, because they have to be in order to get the most mileage out of the electric car.
Right.
So, number one. So, I mean, that was an interesting fact. I mean, there's cameras. There's up to 6 cameras on the Model S's and stuff like that. And, yeah, it's true. He was the pioneer of electricity. And I don't want to, name slam others that stole his idea and stuff like that. But I think our listeners can go on Google and find that out. But it's really interesting. He is a very regimented man. He had a cause, and he stuck to it, even to the fact that I believe that he chose not to be married because he was so involved in the technology that he was producing back in that day. And but
right.
Anyway, it's just a great story. The way that the cars are made, and there's motors on each wheel. So there's no engine in them. They have motors on the wheels, and completely powered by battery. So I think that's really cool too.
It is. And so what else did you take away from that? Do you are you an owner to Tesla?
Well, they gave the employees Tesla cars. Of course, they were older cars, like maybe 2 years old.
Okay.
So if you had, of course, a good driving record, which I did, you could get up to between 4 to 6 people, because you could fit 6 people in the Model X's.
Wow.
It's a program that they had, which was really cool. And you can bring a Tesla home every day, and use it for work.
Nice.
And, of course, like if you had 4 people that were carpooling, 1 week you would drive it, and then the other week the other person would drive it. And if you have something to do on the weekend, you can just coordinate. And if you want to go to LA, you can go to LA in your Tesla. You can go to San Francisco, So I think that was a pretty cool incentive for people that carpooled.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
That
but I
is
never owned one.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say that you did.
No, I'm more into my 1967 Buick Riviera. I like old school.
Okay. Okay. And just for that, look at this.
Oh, here we go.
And of course, we got to talk over it because I will get banned, but that's okay. I wanted to find it and play it for you.
Nice.
18 with the bullet, of course.
That's
and
right.
That is so cool. And yes, Pete Wingfield.
Yep.
So memories right there. And I
Yeah.
also have Sitting in the Park. And that's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's one of the classics.
Stribley days right there.
Oh, yes. You're not kidding me.
It was actually
that was
Eddie
our
Park.
hangout place, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Stribley on Hazelton, and
Yep.
you know there were. Oh man, it was just fun cruising. A Street, I believe it was, which is where the train tracks went down, and then the handball courts, playing handball there.
All the time. I would find myself
Yeah.
early in the morning playing handball.
Yeah.
Competing against the guys because I wanted to show them I knew how to play handball. Whack. And you know what? I would keep up with them too. They were like, darn. Okay. You can play. I said, yeah, I had the interest.
Yeah.
I loved it. But yeah, Stribley Park is one place where we all hung out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, coming out of Franklin, we would go and meet up right there and just kick it.
Yeah.
You know, spend
Yeah.
quality time with your friends.
It's like it's the
Build
park
friendship.
where everybody ended up. I played handball at Brotherhood Park right there behind the fairgrounds on Airport Way. I actually lived over there off of 6th Street and Airport Way for a
Okay.
while when I was younger.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically every park that we were at, Lewis Park, we were listening to KUOP back in the day, and
Yep.
and you and your DJs as well. So that's why it's an honor to be here today.
Hey,
Yeah.
what memories? And then talking about the music and me finding the oldies that you want, that you've been talking about. And I'm like,
Right.
okay, this is so cool because it does bring back memories of the olden
And
days.
it just reminds me about the 5th annual Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion and Car Show that's coming up on Sunday, August 11th, 2019 at Weber Point in Stockton.
That's right.
It's the same cultura, the same culture that we as OGs, some of us call us OGs, triple OGs, old school, hippies. I've been
Hippies.
called hippies by some of my kids before.
Where's the tie-dye?
No, I think we made those shirts and tried to sell them at the rummage sale. We didn't wear
At the
those.
segundazo.
Yeah. We tried to, we got the rubber bands and everything and the RIT dye. But it's the same cultura that you had back then, and I think that's for every reason that we need to bring our children, our grandchildren, our nephews, our nieces out to this amazing event.
Yes.
Because we're going to have amazing performances. It's a
Yes.
motorcycle and car show, salsa
Yes,
and guacamole contest,
That's right.
Mexican cuisine, beer and wine, prizes and fun. And there's even going to be an art contest.
That one is going to be so unique.
Wow. Tell me about it.
Because this one here, I went ahead and decided I'm going to challenge somebody. I'm going to challenge Daniel. He's quite the calligrapher out there. And I thought, you know what? I love his style. I'm going to challenge him, see if he goes for it.
Uh-huh.
And so I went ahead and I put a post on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And right there I said, what do you think? My challenge is towards this particular artist. And he answered back and he says, you're on. Okay, let's do it. And I'm thinking, okay, that means, I better get with it because this guy's good. He is so good. And he's the one that did the sign right here behind me. Okay, and the people that are watching
That's nice.
the video can see his work. And when I first came across him, I told him, you know what? I love your calligraphy. Would you like to do a sign for the radio station? In turn, I will bring you in and interview you.
Uh-huh.
And let's talk about your work. He says, yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that. So he whipped it up right there in front of me real quick.
Wow.
And I'm just like, darn, you're fast. I said, you're good. Oh, nice. And ever since then, it's been up. I put it up on the door. That is our new name. And I thought, you know what? Because there's a change, I need to emphasize that. And we're no longer KXVS. We are now TVOSJ, which means the voice of San Joaquin.
Okay.
And so when he spelled it out like that, and I thought, you know what? This is perfect. It's a good introduction for the new name change. And people will see it every day. And they can actually see it right now. Right there.
Okay.
There you go, people. And so they're watching our video. We're not just audio. And this is the beauty of it. We're now video. We're television.
That's
and,
right.
Hey, they could see they can see everything. They can see our expressions. They can see what we're doing. Because I'm always sending besitos because I love the fact that they now can look in and check out what or how the radio station is run.
Right.
What is it that we do in the back? And I'm thinking, this is perfect. I want people to be able to see what goes on in the studio.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect because then they're able to learn, hey, she's doing the audio board. She's actually doing, running the music, she's choosing the music. She's now doing something with the microphones.
There's
Look
so
what
many
she's
things.
doing.
If you're ADHD like me, you're going to have You're gonna have a ball.
I call myself multitasker because I know I have a touch of that too. Always have. You know, people see me today. God, Betty, you're still working. And I said, when I'm not, I mean, I'm always working. I said, that's what I love to do out in the community. If it's to report on an event, if it's to report on a good resource, a nonprofit organization, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's right. You have to stay true to your passions.
Exactly.
Because we're born with them. Those are gifts that will never be taken back from us. I mean, and it just tells me that we have to use the gifts that we do have.
Those are our tools.
I'm sure we have some listeners out there that, you know, they're like maybe even thinking right now, hey, you know what, I got to support the station. You know, and for only $20 a month, I mean, you can become a member and support the station and be part of what's going on in San Joaquin County. And, you know, we'd love to see you at the 5th Annual Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion and Car Show. It's Sunday, August 11th. 2019 at Weber Point in Stockton. We're going to have a great time. It's going to start in the morning. It's an awesome motorcycle and car show, and we're going to have all kinds of things going on.
Lowrider, bikes as well for the kids.
Yeah, bikes. You got
bikes,
motorcycles.
There's so much talent out there. There's so many kids that are working on their bikes, and this is the part that I love, because what they're doing is they're mimicking their fathers.
Yeah, and they're teaching
them. Yes, the fathers are working on the cars, and the kid right next door is working on either his little car version or his bike, and he's doing something that is so awesome. Constructive.
Yes.
Using his hands, and the dad is right there, making sure he's doing it right.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Who would not want that? That's quality time with your family.
Right.
You're teaching your kids.
It's our way. It's our way, the way of the culture.
We need to continue with the cultura, and that is so, so important. And this event is what it's all about you. It's all about you, community. That's why I do what I do. And this is an event that I knew was going to do well.
Yeah.
And it's for the San Joaquin Valley. It's for all that listen and are want to be part of this event. It's a people event.
Right.
And if you want to learn about our cultura, this is an event you don't want to miss.
Right.
Okay. We're going to have also loteria there too. That's going to be going on. So if you want to learn loteria, you can. Mm-hmm. If you want to learn a little bit about your raíces, where your family's from, you're going to be able to do that too, right there. I'm going to have mathematics that have to do with the Mayans and numerals.
I mean, amazing.
I've got all sorts of really neat things going on for the kids. And art, music, poetry. I have a poetry contest as well. Mm-hmm. And last year I had entries from Franklin.
Okay.
And I had entries from Cesar Chavez. And guess what? All of them were so darn good. They all won.
Wow.
I kid you not.
And that was all last year.
You not,
I can hardly wait to see this year.
Every single one was so darn good that I was just like, there's just no way I'm going to pick one. There's just no way.
Everybody gets a
They're
trophy.
They're all so darn good. And so they all got awarded with something. They all won.
That's sweet, yeah.
And so I'm just like, oh, this is beautiful. And they're speaking up. And these are our students. These are our kids. And I say, how can I not give them something? I said, every single one is just quality.
Yeah.
And
they take their time. They put their heart in it.
Oh my goodness.
They do their homework. They're kids. They go outside and play and everything like normal kids, and but then they take that extra time when I guess they could be playing Fortnite or other stuff, watching TV and vegging out, but they're taking their time to make these creations from their own mind and their own hands, and it's just awesome. It's awesome to see them do that.
And what it does to their self-esteem, it just lifts them up. And I'm just like, we need to do that more often. So we're going to also have a little art contest for kids.
Okay.
Chalk art is something that I have something there that's going to be pretty neat, and kids are going to do it. I'm just going to do the outline, and they're going to fill it in. And they're going to see what and how it all works just by following some little instructions. But art contest and all sorts of other different artwork activities. And there's another thing that's going to take place too, and that is ever since I could remember as a kid, I love the piñata.
Oh, yeah.
I love the piñata.
Yeah.
And yes, the original piñata was an olla, a ceramic olla. So you can imagine, when it was hit,
That's old school.
Everything would come down, but those shards would come down too, could cut you.
Yeah.
But of course, later on,
That's
the years
part
have
of
changed.
the part of the
But
challenge.
that was the original
I didn't know
original
that.
piñata. Yeah. Well, we're not going to do an olla this time, but
Oh,
we're
man.
going to build a piñata from scratch.
Okay.
Because every birthday for my girls,
Mm-hmm.
I did a piñata. I'd ask them, okay, girls, this is what I have here. What type of piñata do you want? I mean, I did a dolphin. I did Winnie the Pooh. I
Mm-hmm.
did rainbows. I did stars. I did unicorns. I think I may have done Minnie Mouse. And the
Oh,
thing
nice.
is, when you do something like that and you have your kids partake in it, it's so much
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
They get their
to
hands
see-
all
yeah,
gooey because
exactly.
of course all paper mache and we start off with a balloon, simple
Yeah.
balloon. And then we cut up the newspaper and we of course use flour
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
with water.
I
and
remember
make your
doing
paper
that stuff,
mache,
yeah.
And then start building it layer. And then all of a sudden it becomes a form and they're just amazed.
Yes.
And then, putting the tissue on there, the last thing, of course, filling it up with candy.
Right. Or money.
Or money,
Or
and
money.
anything and everything that goes in there.
Yeah.
They know, they see it, they put it in, and
Yeah.
they're just so excited to
Oh,
have
yeah.
something like that.
Or those are just that.
So
those,
every birthday we did that.
yeah, and those are the sights and sounds that they're never gonna forget either. Yeah.
And today they're very crafty,
Culture.
my girls. Very
Cultura.
crafty.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I'm glad, and quite the readers too, because that's something else too that we're going to do.
Mhm.
Free books for the kids. We're going to have a booth there. Literacy for me is important, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't have that with my parents.
Right.
And I have to be honest, I did not have that. So when I was growing up, I remember one of my favorite books was The Black Stallion. I love
Oh,
horses.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
horses. And I carried that book with me everywhere I went.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere. And I wish my parents would read to me, but they didn't. But that's okay too.
Yeah.
That's okay. Because I still was able to do that, instill that into my kids. And
Yeah.
today they're like little bookworms. They love books. They love books. And every book is a story. Every book is an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Every book is an experience. And so they grew to love it. And
Right.
every time they would do good and give me an A for a grade, let's go to the bookstore. That was their award. That was their gift for me
Yeah.
to them. And a lot of times they would end up with these little, the whole book series of a particular, artist or
Yeah.
or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And Deanna was one.
Scholastic books. Yeah.
Scholastic was one that was
Yeah.
number one.
Mhm.
And my Sierra loved all these different type of fiction type books.
Uh-huh.
And she was more into the fiction because today she's an animator, That's what
Okay.
she ended up
Yeah.
majoring in. And but my little one, my Deanna too, love books.
Mhm.
And so I'm happy to be able to do that and be that influence on my girls. Well, we could be that influence with our kids today, and for them to have a booth where they could come in and feel comfortable enough to choose a book and take it home with
Yeah.
them. Heck yeah!
It could be
They don't have to pay
life-changing.
for it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And that's
yes.
going to be at Weber Point Events Center in Stockton on Sunday, August 11th, 2019. That's this year. It's the 5th annual CCPR 5 or Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion and Car Show. Save the date. Again, it's Sunday, August 11th, 2019 at Weber Point. For more information, please call 209-470-9585 and go ahead and leave a message in case no one's able to pick up the phone. We will get back to you if you're interested in having a vendor booth out there. If you're a vendor
Definitely.
and you want to purchase a booth out there, they're not that expensive. I don't have the info in front of me, but you're welcome to go ahead and ask for it. We'll send it out to you. If you're interested in performing out there or some kind of way contributing to the cultura of the Chicano community that we all live in here in Stockton, California, please come out. Don't matter if you're in Lodi or if you're in Tracy or you happen to be flying in from Chicago, Illinois, or New York City, because a lot of our kids, I got one over there in Manhattan, and she works out there. Another one, he's in Australia, and then the other ones are here in Stockton. So it's like our kids are our seeds. And they germinate, they grow, and they go ahead and do their thing. But we want them to always remember their cultura, their culture. And this is why we're having this amazing performance day, 5th annual Chicano Community Program, Radio Reunion and Car Show, Sunday, August 11th. at Weber Point Event Center in Stockton.
That's right. And, something that you did right for me, and I'm glad that you did do that because this is something that needs to be read. I don't own the rights to the music that I've been playing in the background. So just know that. And, of course, we are a community radio station. We are the Voices of San Joaquin. We are a 501c3. Yes, nonprofit radio.
You can write that off at the end of the year. Yeah.
That's right. And, this is the only way that we're able to stay on air is by your contributions. Whatever donation that you would like to make, you could underwrite the programs that you listen to. You could underwrite Sabor Latino. Latinos like to Spanglish, which is today. Latinos like to Spanglish. La Voz as well. Noticias y algo más. That's Spanish news, and I'm talking exclusive Spanish news that comes from Mexico. And this is from my reporter, Ismael Palacio Cortez. He's so awesome. He travels to Mexico all the time, and when he brings back the news, not even Telemundo gets it. Not even. We're the only ones, and they say Mexico's looking at us because we're making a difference.
Nice.
And I'm just like,
hello,
wow,
Mexico.
Amazing. Yeah.
Hola.
All Español, and especially for those of you that are learning Spanish, I urge you, tune in. It's all Spanish news, and that's on Mondays and Wednesdays, 4 to 6. And Noticias y Algo Más con el Profe Cortés and Betty Ramirez también. And so, I love sharing that information because I love my shows. I love what's going on.
You know what?
Here.
It's so good to know because I learned Spanish out in Skid Row, and I had to learn my Spanish there because of reasons that my parents were not able to speak Spanish in school.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I know I talk pocho, pero todavía me puede hablar en español.
Lo hablas bien. I'm a pochita too. And I tell everybody, okay, that's where our Spanglish comes in. And that's okay.
Sí,
that
¿verdad?
is okay.
Vámonos a Target.
Well, you know what? I love the fact that you took it upon yourself and made it a point to learn.
I had to because I had
awesome
a shoe shine booth.
Says a lot.
I had a shoe shine booth and I wanted to make money.
Bolillo, ¿verdad?
Sí, bola, señor. And I used to shine shoes. My dad got me the shoe shine across the street from Mariani's. Matter of fact, we ought to find out if Mariani's wants to sponsor us.
You know what? That's a good idea.
I think they need to.
Do they still have the original owners? That
yes.
ran it?
Well, I think the sons now because I ran into them. I went to go pick up a T-shirt from the car show that we were just at on April 28th there at the Stockton Fairgrounds. And the rest of the T-shirts that they didn't sell ended up at Mariani's. And then I seen the owners. And, I believe they're still the same family.
They knew my dad so well. We had the shop right next door to them.
Okay.
And so that shop was there for I don't know how many years. That was Daddy's headquarters,
Yeah,
since
I remember
Daddy was
that.
in agriculture all his life.
Yeah.
And he also had a mechanic, fixing cars right there. So, we had a garage. And I remember spending a lot of time right there with Mom. And as soon as I got off, school, I'd go straight there and then bring her home.
Right.
So that was our little hangout for many, many moons.
Yeah. I mean, I think they need to. I think it would be great to have them as sponsors. Yeah, as sponsors if they could on board supporting what we're doing at the 5th annual CCPR 5, which stands for the Chicano Community Program, Radio Reunion and Car Show.
The 5th year, cinco.
5 years, cinco.
5 years. And what we're doing, too, is raising funds, too, for our T-shirt.
Yes.
We're going to,
the T-shirt.
It's going to be a smashing shirt, guys.
Oh,
and
nice.
I can see your logo on the back of the shirt. It's going to have all of the sponsors.
Yeah.
All the sponsors. And if you would like to be part of that, all you have to do is, sponsor.
Yeah.
$300. I think we're going to print 400 T-shirts. So can you imagine?
Yeah.
Your business name logo is going to go on 400 T-shirts.
That's right.
And people love T-shirts,
Yes.
especially if they're well made and beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And when this one stands out because the picture that I have of the couple, the gentleman serenading the Indita, the India. I mean, that's tradition.
Yeah.
That is cultura.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful to see, and I could see that on a T-shirt. With some really nice lettering for the Voice of San Joaquin. I mean, who doesn't want a T-shirt that's going to say the Voice of San Joaquin?
I want it already, and it hasn't been made yet.
It's going to be awesome. And so if you would like to sponsor, get a hold of me. Okay, 209-467-4455. Leave your email, leave your name, your phone number, or your contact info, and I will get the information to you so that way you can sponsor. Okay, and this is something that just came up. Now, for the past years, we have not been able to produce a T-shirt. This year we are, because this is our 5th. So what I've been doing is selling the posters. People like the posters so much. It's a
Okay.
work of art that they would end up paying for the poster. And we're going to have some other posters on that day to sell that have to do with Stockton's community.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, there's going to be, yeah. Oh, let's go back to the artists. Now, the competition, the challenge, what it is we're going to find an artist that we know we can compete with. And we're going to ask them, hey, I want to challenge you. Would you like to come in and be that person that is going to paint side to side or cara a cara?
Okay.
And we're not going to see each other's work, okay? We're going to just paint away and produce a piece. And as soon as we're done with it, then we're going to auction it off to the community out there. And that's money that's going to go to the radio station. But this is something really neat, because this is like, they call it plein air, where you go and just, put your easel down, put your canvas up, and start painting away whatever you see.
Nice.
Whatever comes to you. And I figure, you know what, we could do this. There's so many artists out there. And so we're going to have some artists, all throughout Weber Point doing their thing.
Awesome. Is there going to be a time limit? Is there going to be a time limit per person?
Well, I have times. I think it's 2 hours.
Okay.
And so I have sometimes, being that we moved the event from 11 now to 10, it's getting busy. So I would say first one's going to be from 10 to maybe 12.
Okay.
So that's 2 hours. And I think 2 hours is plenty time to be able to get something down and finish it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then from 12 on to 2. So I think we're going to have like 1, 2, maybe 3 throughout the day.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be just 2. It could be like 3 sets, 4 sets at different places. And everybody does need to bring in your own material, your own art material.
Your own
because
brushes,
your
own paints.
You know your material. Yeah,
Right.
you know your brushes.
Easels
And
too?
Easels too.
Okay.
Yes, easels
Okay.
too. Whatever you do have when you produce, I don't want to change that, because that's part of you.
Right. Okay.
That's part of you. Some will choose to do it on the ground. That's okay.
Yeah.
Some will choose to do it on tables, and tables we're going to provide. So,
Or canvas. Yeah, like just a canvas. Yeah.
Yeah, so it depends on how you want to do it.
Okay.
Okay. And then of course, I mean, this is neat. This
That's
makes me kind of like nervous at the same time, excited, because
Yeah, it's exciting.
it is a challenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the first time we're doing this.
Okay.
Very first.
And that's Sunday, August 11th, 5th Annual Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion in Car Show, Weber Point Event Center. There's going to be amazing performances, the motorcycle, and of course, in Car Show, salsa and guacamole contests. Okay.
Right, and then we're going to also have Latin Magic Band, who's going to be playing, Juan Escovedo Band, whoa, coming from the Bay Area, Mike Torres Band, wow, the Familia, oh, love this family. Okay, Cesar Chavez Mariachi's coming out to play for us as well, Gambizian 2-4, Er Ramirez Brothers Blues Band, and Er Ramirez is a founder to the KOP, your Chicano Community Program. He has been with me from day one. This is his 5th year that he's going to perform.
Oh, well, thank
and,
you.
ay, que corazón. I just love him. I love that family. Last year, his wife came in and helped us out. And she was awesome. Awesome.
Well,
oh, my
her
goodness.
heart.
Quite the ticket seller.
Good.
And so, yes.
She's on a mission.
She sure was. And let's see. We also have the Frank Zapata Ballet Folklorico.
Uh-huh.
They, too, have been with me from day one. So this will be the 5th
Oh,
performance.
yeah, you got to have
wow.
them.
Frank Zapata goes back again.
I remember
way
when
back.
Betty Vasquez used to interview them back in the day.
Yes,
Channel 13, I
yes,
believe
she
it
was
Yeah.
the weather lady, right?
Yep.
Meteorologist. I loved her. Because of her, I think I followed her. I wanted to do something TV too.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm happy to say that. The other one is the Almazon, and that is the Aztec dancers.
Oh, yeah, you gotta
Aztec
have
dancers.
that. You gotta have the Aztec dancers.
They're gonna be so awesome. First time to have them too. And Ismael El Mayor Sanchez, he's gonna come in with his band for the first time, and he's gonna do the open mic.
Oh,
He's
nice.
First time, and so he's got a CD, and he introduced it. He actually gave me a copy, and I play his music. And I tell this to everybody out there: if you are in a band, if you are in a mariachi, or if you like to compose your own music, or you play an instrument, or you write poetry, guess what? I want you right here at the radio station, okay? We could do an interview. We could promote your music. If you have a CD, please give it to me. You could drop it off over here at the radio station if the door's locked. There's a little door slot there, mail slot, where you can leave it. Just make sure that you write on there, Sabor Latino, Betty Ramirez, and I'll make sure to get it on air for you. How cool is that?
That is awesome.
Our youth are going to be able to get up on stage and sing for the first time. It's like,
Well, yeah, I mean, because that's our future. We want the
awesome.
youth to get up there.
There's mucho talento out there. What's that TV program? ¿Tienes talento? And they come back and say, mucho talento, mucho talento. Well, hey, that's San Joaquin Valley.
Yes. You'd be surprised of all of the talent and positiveness that comes out of the San Joaquin Valley. Which reminds me, I just wanted to take a moment to thank our sponsors. We got our top sponsor, which is State Farm, right there on 1036 West Robin Hood Drive.
Big time. Whoop, whoop.
Suite 103. Thank you, State Farm, and also PG&E.
That's
Together
another one.
building
Whoop,
a better future. And then we've got GRA Architects and Associates Incorporated. They deal with architecture, consulting, and planning. The Dement Real Estate Group, at work for you. Citywide Towing, but they're now doing business as Next Generation Towing LLC. Thank you. They're located at 1891 East Market Street, Stockton. 209-957-5757. And then also Mr. Rick Rios from Rios Body Shop. Great shop out there. Schools Not Prisons, from Daniel Silva of Self-Awareness Recovery. And of course, Veronica Vargas, Tracy City Councilwoman. Wow, we got top people here, just sponsorship. And then Julie Dameron Brown, she's also a sponsor, and Francis Beauty Salon off of Charter Way. Everybody remembers Charter Way, right?
Yes, we
Orale.
do. Whoop, whoop.
Stockton,
Oh, yes, I
Stockton
have some memories.
Monuments, Mike Contreras. We thank him. Mike, thank you very much, over there from Stockton Monuments. Doug Vigil with Vigil Mobile Notary Service. And there's also Miguel Villapueda, County Supervisor. Awesome. It's awesome to have these people that are working for us in our civic government going to be here with us. And then Farmers Insurance,
Yes.
Mr. Manuel Luna.
For the first time,
Yeah.
Manuel came on board,
Yeah,
and
and
he's excited about it
he's
because
well
he
known.
loves everything about our
Yeah,
event.
He's well known. And Jesus Andrade,
Yes, another one.
Stockton City Council as well. And then last but not least, I'll let you mention this one right here.
Carlos Villapudua.
Yes,
Woo!
Carlos.
He's in politics
Yes,
today.
yes.
So yeah,
Thank
I
you,
had him here
Carlos.
just the other day, and we did an interview. Quite the beautiful personality, quite the heart.
Yes.
And he told me too, he never had the heart for politics, but you know what? He cares about the community. He
Right.
cares about making a difference.
Yep.
So he's gonna do it, and I'm just like, wow, this is pretty neat. And so we are here, and of course that goes to all the candidates out there. You have the same amount of time that we gave Carlos. So all you have to do is get a hold of me, okay? 209-470-9585, and we will give you the same equal time on air, okay? And this goes for all the current candidates out there, okay? So just know that. Just wanted to let you know that. So there you go.
Yes.
All right. So far, what do you think of it? This is really neat having you here.
Yeah, I love it.
You're getting a taste of what it's like to have your own show.
It's a taste that I didn't ask for. But you know what? I love it.
I just kind of reeled him in. You know,
Yeah,
thinking,
well-
you know what? If there's a way to get this guy to do his own show here, I'm going to do it. I'm going to see if I can convince him.
Well, I figured I like what you're doing here. I like what everything, the whole mission of KXVS in Stockton. And
Which is now TVOSJ.
yes, which
But,
is
you know,
now,
of course, a lot of people still look for KXVS because that
Yes.
was our original call letters.
yes.
But it is now the voice of San Joaquin, and that's the part that I love.
That
'cause
makes
that's
it bigger.
FCC for you.
The voice of San Joaquin. That says a lot.
La
That
voz
says a
de
lot.
San Joaquin. Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
and that
sounds
San
beautiful.
Joaquin also means that we're covering places like Tracy and French Camp and Lodi.
Woodbridge.
Woodbridge. Orale. They got some good food over there in Woodbridge too. Yeah,
You got to tell me about the restaurants out
Yeah,
there.
well, next time we will. we will do that.
We will invite them over here
Yes,
so they can
yes.
bring us some samples.
I know some owners, and maybe they'll go ahead and get some vendor booths over there at the fifth annual Chicano Community Program Radio and Reunion that we're having on Sunday, August 11th. Why am I saying we're having?
Because you are part of the familia.
Okay.
DJ Rocket. Let me see if I can do this again. DJ Rocket. Yeah. Did I do it? That's supposed to be a rocket sound. Okay. It's not that great, but it's something, and I have fun with it. This is something that our GM brought in, and it's hilarious because it makes all sorts of different noises. This is the audience. Okay, this works. Oh, I don't like that one.
Yeah, we don't like that one. Well, we do when we need it, so it's like, and, they work hard out there to protect us.
You know what? They do. And the invitation, I extended it out there because they're doing something pretty awesome with their police officers, their own officers. And I want them to bring it here at their community radio station and share it.
And I know the main chaplain out there, so I'd like to get him involved as well. So I'm going to see what I could do about that.
Then if you know him personally, yes.
I do.
Give him a call.
Yeah.
And just let him know.
Delgado.
That he has been extending.
Michael Delgado.
Who has answered was Silva. And I know that they're busy. I understand that.
Yeah.
But they got to make a little time for me. And, this is something good. And it's all positive. See if you could get them to commit to at least 15 minutes of their time. It's not a lot of time that I'm asking for. It's just a little bit of time, and I know that's something that they can do, because come 15 minutes, they're off and working, and they're just right here off the Miracle Mile.
Yeah.
So that's something that I think we could do.
Yeah.
So if you can help me out right in that area, I would appreciate it.
It's going to be a fun time. I mean, I'm looking forward to this event. I used to do events around this time all the time with the other radio station, KYCC Radio, that I work for. And to me, it's still part of the voice of San Joaquin Valley. And so, I'm just really glad to be here today. I stopped by just to go ahead and just see how things work. And I ended up being behind the microphone. So anyway, thank you, everybody. Thanks for listening.
I love the fact that you did. It come through big time, And that's something that I'm known to do. And I hope you don't mind it. But this is one way to introduce community radio. And what other way to do it but to actually get in there and get into the nitty gritty and do it yourself and get behind that mic and share, People love it. And not only that, but they tell me that there's a calming in me. And if I can do the interview, that they have no problem in doing that.
Right.
And so somebody just did that with Terra Coffee. When I first approached him, oh my goodness, he said, no, nothing about the radio. Can't, nope, won't have it. All of a sudden, I got a phone call. Okay, Betty, I'm ready. And he came in. He was shining like no other. And he was talking about his Terra Coffee. And, of course, that was the gentleman, the owner, Efrain. And he's from the Mexican Heritage Center. And he actually serves all his gourmet coffees. And I'm talking awesome tasting coffees.
We had some of
coffees
those.
con canelita in there, just like Mexico, como café de olla. Ay, delicioso. Well, he came in and outdid himself. I mean, he was awesome. I was just so impressed with him. And I said, you didn't even have a nerve in your body there. It was almost as if you have been at the radio station before and have been interviewed. And he never had been.
No experience necessary.
None. He was so comfortable and just felt at home that he was able to indulge all the information about Terra Coffee. And he did a wonderful job. Matter of fact, they're going to be serving coffee for our day of the Loteria right there on July the 11th. So join us, okay? It's going to be at 6:30 at the Mexican Heritage Center, 111 South Sutter Street in Stockton, California. So save that date, July the 11th. And come on out and learn the Mexican Loteria. You're going to win yourself something. And not only that, you're going to have some good laughs.
Nice.
Good laughs
Nice.
amongst good people and good cafe.
Oh,
Terra
man,
Coffee.
you can't beat that. You cannot beat that.
So,
I
hey.
need some café right now.
Oh, cafecito, cafecito, ahí
Some
vamos.
Cafecito, some chocomil, something.
Okay, let's go grab a bite to eat or something.
It sounds good.
Okay, well, thank you so much for making today special.
You're very welcome.
Special on Latinos like the Spanglish. I'm pretty sure Gallo's been listening. So, Gallo, we hope you're okay, and we hope that everything is fine. Get a hold of me, and we will see you on Friday.
Thank you.
On your program, Latinos like to Spanglish, between the hours of 4 and 6, okay?
Yes.
All right, well, this has been Betty Ramirez right here with Sabor Latino and Latinos like to Spanglish. And thank you, DJ Rocket. Do appreciate you.
You're very
It's Johnny.
welcome. Thank you
You
for
made
the
it
opportunity.
special today.
Thank you very much.
Gracias. Okay.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Ronee, and you are tuning in to Rise and Shine 209, the voice of San Joaquin and Stockton's morning show.
disculparme, mujer soy y lo seré. Solo vengo a declararle que quieta nunca estaré. En la casa, en la calle, en el desierto hay maquiladora. En la casa y en la calle, en el desierto hay maquiladora. Cada paso declararle que quieta nunca estaré. En la casa, en la calle, en desierto y maquiladora. En la casa y en la calle, en desierto y
Tune in to Summer
maquiladora.
Latino Show for the latest news affecting Latinos in the San Joaquin Valley, Tuesdays and Thursdays,
Spanglish shows.
Monday and Wednesday for all Spanish exclusive news with El Profe Cortés, and on Saturdays featuring bands, mariachis,
DJs.
live. Don't miss it. Find us on Simple Radio app and TuneIn app.
And all social media.
TVOSJ.org. The voice of San Joaquin.
This is a production for the voice of San Joaquin.
Porque nos vamos a enlazar con el mero, el gallo de Zacatecas.
That's right, homeboy.
El de Guayá.
You got it, homeboy. Island boy.
Dicen que soy poderoso, yo solo soy su amigo. No hace falta averiguar, saben a qué me dedico. Me gusta vivir muy bien, aunque me siga el peligro.
Nosotros somos los Tucanes de Tijuana. Y nos